Students, so we'll continue or we'll discuss about the pedigree analysis. Pedigree means it is a family tree or maybe family chart. So pedigree means it's another word also. There is a dog food. So not that this dog food like that. Here it is a pedigree is a symbols or a family tree. A symbols or lines are used to trace the gene in several generations. That is helpful for the prediction of the any diseases in future. So that's why this pedigree analysis is used. Now definition about the pedigree analysis, it is made up of symbols and lines. So that means pedigree is made up of the symbols and lines that represent as a person or patient's genetic family history information. So a person or patient genetic family history information like relation and diseases. These two are important. Diseases or relations, etc., called as the pedigree. Pedigree analysis, for identifying the pedigree analysis, is an assessment. Maybe pedigree analysis is an assessment made by the medical professionals or counselors about the genetic risk in future in the family. Pedigree chart is a diagram that shows the occurrence and appearance of the phenotypes. So if chart, how it is appearance chart means that the chart appear the phenotype. That means the person diseased or undeceased or normal person or like that. Appearance of the phenotype. That is the importance of a particular gene organism to the next. So pedigree is, we are using the lines and symbols now. So that word is origin from the French. So because it's a crane foot like structure, so that this we call as the pedigree. The significance of pedigree, if you are observing the significance of pedigree, it is a genetic analysis in which a trait is traced through the several generations of a family to determine how trait is inherited. I told earlier only. So for example, for this one, color blindness, hemophilia and sickle cell anemia, myotonic dystrophy, etc. Next, it helps to genetic counselors to advise the couples worrying about the possibility of the genetically defected children. This is also very important. So closely related families, if they are marrying, means so they may be having chance to getting the genetically defected children. So that's why this pedigree chart they made, and they find out the genetic counselors are predicted and informed to the couples after marriage. Now come to here, if you are identifying the some symbols are using in the pedigree analysis. One is this one is a square or rectangular shape is a male symbol, and circle is a female symbol. If it is blacked here, it is called as the affected person, or diseased or affected person. And here mating, this symbol mating is a marriage, also called as a marriage. Male, this one is female. If line like this means this one is called as a marriage. And the next one is this same thing, but two lines they are giving here. This one you can call as the mating between the relative conjugates matings. That means closely related families. So this we can call as the mating between the relatives. And here if chart is there like this means see this one chart is there like this means this one is the male female is marrying first their parents. This one is called as the children's first generation. This one you can call as the first generation. This we can call as first generation. This one is second generation. This one is the F1. Actually parents, if they are means if they become F1, but the generation point of view is the first generation parents. So this one is the second generation, and this one is the third generation. Like this chart is there. So if chart is given like this means this one is the unaffected, this one is the unaffected, but here this one is the affected, affected or diseased, or affected or diseased condition, we can say this. Now So this one is this symbol we can use the 6 unspecified, and one circle and put in the dot means this condition we can say in this one is a carrier in condition. Next to this condition we can say in the death. So death, like this, if line if put it means death. And see here identical twins. Next one is identical twins. Another name of this identical twins are the monozygotic twins T, and another name of these twins are Siamese twins. Another name of these twins are the conjoined twins. So they are all monozygotic twins. Monozygote means single zygote, a single embryo splits into two halves. That means these conjoined twins, they will be joined at any one place they are joined, either maybe legs region, either maybe head region. Already I explained this one. So in this type they are all monozygote twins. So that's why either monozygote means only one sex only. That's why one sex only splits into two persons. So that are called as the monozygotic twins. So these are the either maybe females or maybe males, either females or maybe males, but one male female is not possible in this type of monozygotic twins. So next one is in these people's 99% of the genotype, 99.9%, this point is there in the molecular basis of inheritance chapter. So their genotype is 99.9 or 100%, it is same genotype, because they are origin from the single zygote. So they are single zygote. Next one, non-identical twins. Non-identical twins, they will form like this. Either these non-identical twins, one male or one female, or two maybe girls, or either two females or two males. Because they are fraternal twins, they are also called as the fraternal twins or dizygotic twins. And this symbol we can using for the heterozygous male, heterozygous female in this condition. Now we can discuss about the how we will construct the pedigree and all. So in the pedigree, autosomal, there are following types of pedigree is there. One is the autosomal pedigree is there, another one is the allosomal pedigree is there. So autosomal pedigree, if you are there are two types in the autosomal pedigree, D for dominant or for recessive. So here autosomal dominant pedigree and autosomal recessive pedigree. Another one is allosomal pedigree. Allosomal pedigree is two types, X and Y. So there means allosomes two are there. One is the X chromosome and another one is Y chromosomes. In X chromosomes, X linked dominant chromosome, dominant pedigree, X recessive pedigree, X linked recessive pedigree. Another fourth one actually. Next one is last one is Y linked pedigree. Y linked pedigree. So now we have to know about the what is dominant condition and recessive condition. I'll explain the what is dominant condition and recessive concept. In a dominant concept and recessive concept means you can take here seen so already you know about the capital T, small t, L capital T, small t. So here capital T, small t, you are getting this one. So this one is the dwarf in condition, parents tall, dwarf. Here gametes, these are gametes. This one is the F1 generation. What I am telling here, so here instead of capital T, capital, I am going to take the capital A, and small t, I can take this small a and small a. Can I take this one small a? So here what you will getting capital A, small a, and here capital A, small a, like this F1 generation will get it. So the same thing I can tell here. Capital A, small a, and A, and this one capital A, small a, this one is the F1 offspring. These are the parents, gametes. So here if you are self for them means here A, capital A, small a, this one is a AA will getting dominant homozygous, this one is the dominant condition. What I am telling dominant. So this one is the capital A, small a, heterozygous dominant. Dominant condition it can express in the two forms, homozygous dominant form and heterozygous dominant form. And the next one is capital A, small a, this one also heterozygous dominant form, small a, this one is the homozygous recessive form. So what I am telling, recessive condition means this one. Dominant condition means two types, either homozygous dominant and heterozygous dominant form. So now I will tell about this one is the homozygous dominant. So see here, these 5 possibilities are there. 1 to autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive. Here I am giving this one dominant and recessive concept I explained. Next one is the autosomal dominant and recessive. So totally pedigrees are following types are there: autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, autosomal dominant and autosomal recessive. Third one is X-linked dominant. Allosomes two types are there. So X, Y. In X two types are there. X-linked dominant is there, X-linked recessive is there, and fifth one is a Y-linked only also there. So there are 5 types of the pedigree charts you can see in the syllabus. So now first we have to find out what is the difference between the autosomal pedigree and allosomal pedigree. So mostly how to find out this one autosomal pedigree? See some example I will give to you. So this one is the pedigree, Nana. So this one is the pedigree chart, autosomal or allosomal pedigree chart. So see here, autosomal dominant and autosomal recessive. I gave this one is the as a differences form. See my rule 1, autosomal dominant means rule number 1. So it should follow the rules. What are the rules? See, I can explain here. Rule number 1, if you are remembering these rules, then only you can able to identifying the charts. Otherwise, you can't remember. So one is the rule 1 and rule 2. What are the rule 1 and rule 2? If parents are affected means children must affected. Rule number 1, very very important. Parents are affected means children must affected. Children must affected. Children must affected. See here, rule number 2 is parents unaffected means children are unaffected. Children are unaffected. These are the rule number 2. I will ask this one. If you are remembering these rules only, then only you can able to do this chart. See number 1. Parents are affected. These are the parents. These are affected parents. Must having the affected children. See here, this rule is applicable. Parents are affected means children must affected. Next, second rule, parents are unaffected means children are unaffected. In this chart only I am showing here. See this one. So these are parents are unaffected means children are also unaffected. This one is the second rule following the dominant condition. Baka this one. So see here, this is a generation 1, generation 2 and generation 3. So universal rule is all are affected. Mostly all are affected, but unaffected also there. These 2 rules you have to follow this one. Maximum they are all are affected. See here, if it is there here also another generation also, if it is there in another generation also here, another generation if it is there means compulsory one person will be affected. One person will be affected. So all are affected like this. Next one is autosomal recessive. So can I give this one is in the form of the gametes? Can you write this one is gamete? So this one is the recessive. So this one is the recessive means see Nana here, this one is a female, male is affected. So dominant means it may be either capital A or capital A small a. Sure, no doubt about it. This one is a small a, no doubt is a recessive form. So ultimately what it is happening, this one is a small a, no doubt about it. This one also small a or small a. 100%, these are the recessive forms. So this one affected means either it may be, if you are crossing like this means what it is happening, then it may be capital A or small a. That's all. Now come to here, this one is small a. Unaffected parents and unaffected children. Parents unaffected means children are unaffected. No doubt about it. See here, capital small a, small a, small a, small a. This is the recessive form. It is not a dominant form. Small a, small a, small a, small a. Now what happening? See what happening? All are recessive only. It is not a dominant. It's a recessive character. That means unaffected parents and unaffected children. If it is happening means it is also dominant character. Okay. Next one is come to the rule number 2. Autosomal recessive form. Rule number 2. See here, parents are unaffected means but children are affected. See here, parents are unaffected. Unaffected. So how? It's a heterozygous form. Recessive means small a, small a. This one. Dominant means capital A, or capital A, small a. This form. So here, autosomal recessive rule 1 and rule 2. Rule 1 is parents are unaffected means these are unaffected means children are affected. Rule 2, parents are affected means children are affected, in a contrast to this one. In contrast to this one. So here, unaffected parents means these children, parents are there in a heterozygous. You have to think these are the in heterozygous in condition. So here, come to here, small a, small a. If you are made it, this one is the, if you are made that one as a, this one is a heterozygous form. If you are made it means then it will come capital A, small a, capital A, small a, small a, small a, it will come in recessive form. The remaining and all these are all dominant form only. So those who are unaffected, these are the unaffected persons are the dominant form only. So affected persons are recessive form. So these two rules you have to find out. And rule number 2, parents are affected means children must affected automatically. There is no other option. See, this one is the option. See here, this one what I did, this one also so this one also, see, I told here, this one is the second example. Now come to here, second example, an NCERT example. In NCERT example, if you are identified see NCERT example, page number 88. What it is showing, Nana? See, is it autosomal dominant or autosomal dominant or recessive? Autosomal dominant or recessive? You have to find out. What I am telling you here. So is it dominant or recessive? Is it dominant or recessive? You have to find out. Affected parents, affected children. Here unaffected parents, unaffected children. So under which one it is belongs to? Now here unaffected parents, affected children. What it is happening? This one is the affected. So you have to tell you so autosomal dominant, this one autosomal recessive. See here, this one is a capital A, small a, or maybe capital A it will become. So this one is small a, small a. So is a capital A, small a, capital A, small a. So automatically it will be affected. Recessive, small a, small a. Who are affected? This one is the small a, and these were also small a, small a. Next, this one is a autosomal dominant. Next one is a recessive condition. X-linked condition. That dominant and recessive applicable to the both, Nana. So now Y-linked means, so fifth one, Y-linked, I can explain, it is very easy. Y-linked means all males only affected. See, male is affected means all males are affected means what we can call, Nana? Y-linked pedigree analysis. By seeing chart only you can say all are Y are affected. Is a Y-linked, like that you have to tell. So this one also over. Now come to the X-linked dominant and X-linked recessive. In X-linked dominant and X-linked recessive, dominant rule is same. So affected parents, affected children. And here affected, see here, parents, X-linked recessive condition also. X-linked recessive condition. How to find out the X-linked dominant and recessive condition? See here, mostly when comparing with that 1, 2, 3 here, one dominant condition means X-linked dominant condition means females are more affected. Females are more affected and the males. So this one we will discuss this one later.